Okay, everyone. This is the reason why I think I did my earlier video about getting out and walk. What you're looking at is what is going to be probably the future garden of the homestead. But just to let you see, there's Hershey. There's that mound of snow. Our car, I finally got it out of the snowbank. It looked okay for the first 100 yards, and then it hit a snowbank. We hit a snowbank, and it took me a while getting the truck out. So we ended up humping in a total of 3 miles, so about 4 or 5 times, 4.5 times of carrying food and clothing and backpacks, and we still, and we got in here, and unfortunately, apparently the cold has killed the batteries on the solar panels. Even though the solar panels are reacting, it's just too cold for the solar panel, so we have to do some type of resolution with that. So that's that story. The other story is that when we came in at 6:45 in the evening, and it was still, still twilight, we called a plow guy, and he said it was too late in the evening to come out and plow. Yeah, okay, the hardy Adirondack people. So anyway, like I said, this is where it's at. And it looks like, so I'm on my porch, as you can see. Okay. And this is looking off, whoops, there's a snowdrop. This is looking off at the south west. So I'm figuring since south will go like this, the sun will go like that over the garden, we'll be able to do that. Let me just turn this around. So here I am, 8:30 in the morning. I could hook up my Lee Stroud view, and maybe I will later on for one of my other videos. But as you can tell, by the time we got everything loaded in, and I got the heat, we have a backup propane heater, and it was so wet in the house that it was really difficult to get the wood stove going, and in fact I'm still having a problem. And since we don't have electricity, it kind of limits what we can do. So we're deciding whether we're going to stay the whole weekend, which we could, or we're going to leave Friday morning. It's Thursday right now. So the plan here is that obviously all this mess would probably be under control because I would probably be plowing. And, and the power, of course, is because we hadn't been managing the batteries or putting on, we do have a backup generator. I'll show you where that is. That's where it is. Somewhere behind this mound of snow. So that's the deal. I mean, obviously we would maintenance the batteries, and it's just interesting. I was listening to the radio on the way up, and they're talking about part of the Obama stimulus packages for getting green technologies. Well, I'd love to see that. And I'm not a liberal, as you people all know. I'm a big constitutionalist. But I like solar panels. And it's great not having the buzz of a high tension line over your head, and, the local hydro, if you're from Canada, or the local power company, if you're from the United States, sending you a bill every month for nothing, mostly taxes, So the investment up front, if Mr. Obama wants to give us a free check for a change instead of those pinstripe bastards that seem to be getting their bonuses regardless of what we think, you know, that'd be great. I'll take some of that. But the technology has to get better. The panels have gotten very, very small, and the batteries have gotten better. But the number of battery banks that need to... It's not the solar panels, it's the battery banks. The batteries that would store the electricity have to be better. Solar panels are perfect. I mean, now they have solar panels that you can unfurl, it's like almost Star Trek space age. But that's great, I have a radio that charges up with a strip of, solar panels on it. It's not about the solar panels, it's about the batteries. The batteries are critical. Once it gets down, like last week, it got down to 0, and that's probably how I lost most of my power. Now I have it insulated, really well insulated, in fact, and it still lost power. And in fact, I'm going to have to somehow get the generator going because it might sulfurize. The batteries get so cold that they start to eat away at the casing, and then they become useless, and then I'm out of quite a few $1,000s. That's the same thing with most technologies that people, haven't really put the money behind it. In a sick way, I was kind of excited that oil prices were so high because I figured technology would kick in because people would have a business, would want solar panels, and that's really what, what's the word am I looking for? That's really how capitalism works, and that's how a free market economy works. You have a need, the need is found, and there's a built-up behind desire to get the thing done. So, anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the government can't do it. It has to be an open market. It always has been. History has always shown it to be so. Government hasn't done a smart thing in its life except come into existence, and that was because of free market people coming together and making a constitution. So, all right. So we're going to try to figure out what we're going to do. I'll show you around, and then hopefully we'll be able to upload this by the end of the weekend. I have been catching a few things on the radio. We'll see if I bring it up. And I will do the Ask the Rabbi thing tomorrow, definitely. All right, guys. Peace.